makeup situation going on over here. I have my whole tower here. Down below I have all my palettes. I have a lot. It's almost like I get too happy for to do my makeup and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. And I know I look crazy right now. Crazy. But I do like it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it'd be fun to do a little get ready with me, kind of see what my makeup routine is. Maybe show you guys some new products that you guys haven't tried, let you see how it looks on my skin, kind of walk you through what I do on not really a daily basis because I don't do my makeup every day, but the days that I do, just kind of give you a good everyday look. So here we go. So the first product that I do start off with, after my skin is prepped, I have already washed, and the face wash that I use is this one, Formula 1006. One Deep Attraction is a charcoal wash. I love it. I use that as an everyday. I use it with my Clarisonic. It gets really deep in there, cleans my skin really, really well. Then for toner, I use Mario Badescu, and I absolutely love this toner. It's absolutely my favorite. And then I go back to Formula 1006, and I use Seriously Shine Free Moisturizer. I am not the person who likes to have an oily face. That is not what I like at all. I definitely go for a more matte look. So after I do all that, I go in with Fenty Beauty, the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I just do 2 little pumps, rub her all over my face. Make sure she gets in there really good. As far as primers go, this is my absolute go-to. Then after I put my primer on, I put on Revolution. I use this all the time, so you might not be able to see the label that well, but I use shade Banana, and it is a baking powder. I got this little hack off of TikTok actually, which is really funny. But after you put your primer on, I use my Flawless Face Brush from Bare Minerals, and I'll just dab a little bit of my baking powder and kind of put her all over. Okay, so once I have all of my powder on, I take my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray and just spray her on down. For me, it gets my foundation to stick really well to my face because I want my makeup to last all day. If I do my makeup in the morning, I don't want to have to, middle of the day, come back and retouch it. I don't have time for that. Like, I absolutely don't. So the next thing that I pull out is my Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in shade 9.0. This is my go-to for sure. So I just do 2 little pumps on my hand like that. And I'm going to take my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill foundation brush. Get her all ready. And just making sure I get into every little space on my face just to make sure everything blends. I hate when I have like lines where you can kind of tell where my makeup ends and begins. I want everything to look really nice, really, really blended together. So next I go in with my Scott Barnes contour palette. And in this palette I kind of pull out 3 different shades. You'll be able to tell which ones I use. I use Frame, I use Sliced, and I use Chiseled. And I go in to get some contouring done. I take my Scott Barnes 65. Absolutely love this brush. Kind of just dab into all. Then I just go in. I start on my forehead, and this whole hack that I got here where I do my foundation and do all of my contouring and everything. The way that I'm doing it, I got from Keeping Up with Taryn. Go subscribe to her channel as well. She is bomb when it comes to makeup, okay? Bomb. I'm gonna take my ColourPop Pretty Fresh in shade medium dark, which is 1020W. Gonna go in, pop her in a little bit. I don't want to do too much concealer today. Just enough to give me a little bit of dimension in my face, and that's about it. And then I will take my beauty blender, which I'm going to get wet. You always want to have like a beauty blender. So it's damp now, and I'll go in and just tap her through. Make sure you get your eyelids, because if you put any kind of shadow on, your concealer will work as a really, really good primer. Alright, and then we'll go back in just a little bit to touch up just a little bit, give me some more, a little bit more depth with my Scott Barnes palette. So then also, I'm going to take my Morphe X Brittany Bear into my same palette, same Scott Barnes palette. I'm going to take the M6, kind of tap into those same ones that I used to contour the rest of my face, and go to my nose. And this looks kind of like a harsher contour right now, but it's not. Like, it's not going to stay looking quite that harsh. So then next, I'm going to pull out my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill brush. And this is JH06. And I'm also going to pull out my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek, my blush, and this is in shade Drop of a Hat. Let's get a little bit on my brush here. And then going with my blush. I do the whole, hey, let's smile thing, so. And if you ever get where you put just a little too much right in here, just go in and I just kind of dab a tad bit of it out, and it looks really good after that. So this is my true Taryn hack. I'm gonna go back in with my Mario Badescu and drench her. See, she's dewy, she's drenched, but it really makes your makeup melt together. So let it sit for a second, then come through and dab just a tad bit, like not even a lot. Where it's not taking off my makeup, it's really just helping to set that face right in. Alright. She's a little part. Alrighty, so then I go in, and I'm kind of going back and forth between brow things from Benefit and using my NYX micro brow pencil, and this is in the shade Chocolate. No, I'm lying. This is in the shade Brunette, not Chocolate. My Browsings is in the shade, it's in shade 5. So, and I know I had mentioned to you guys my video where I did my Morphe haul, my brush haul, I do use my Jasmine mirror all the time because it's so big. Well, especially when I'm doing my brows. I have a scar in my eyebrow, so I try to do my very best to kind of fill it in but not hide it, because I feel like I shouldn't hide any certain imperfection on my face. That's not what I'm using makeup for. I'm not necessarily trying to enhance it either, just get it to look good, flow with everything else. So I definitely don't want like a blatant hole in my eyebrow. Now I'm gonna go into my brow things a little bit. Definitely not a lot. I'm gonna go in just a tad, just to get some of that little powder that's in there. Just to kind of fill it just a little bit more than what my pencil can do. And that's my eyebrow. So now I'm gonna kind of speed through this part so I can do the other, and it takes me a second to get them kind of to match up a little bit, so I'm just gonna pass this part. There is an entire reason why everybody says your brows are sisters, not twins, because alright, and then I take just a little bit more of my ColourPop concealer under my brows, kind of just to clean up that line a little bit. I'm going to take my Morphe flat brush and just come down, bring it down a little bit, but clean up that line. And then take some beauty blender again, which actually is not a real beauty blender, it's a real Technique sponge, but I love this one. And then we got brows. So then the very next thing that I do, this is my absolute holy grail eyeshadow palette to ever go to. It's literally almost the only one that I use. Every now and again I'll dip into Morphe X James Charles, but Tati Beauty, you can see she is dirty because I love her. She is well loved, and I need to order a new one. So, because you can see where the colors that I use, they are very much well loved. So, I'm going to use a JH50 from Morphe X Jaclyn Hill. But I'm going to go into the shade Soothe in the sequin. Get her on my brush, like so. Just sweep her over the lid. This is good base color. Go into it just a tad more. Off the excess. I'm going to go in with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH45. I'm going to go into the shade Ritual, also in the sequin. It's a little bit darker of a shade. This one here, a little darker of a shade. And I'm going to come to this outer corner and sweep her in just a little bit. Just a little bit of depth, not too much, because this is an everyday look, so I don't really want to bam everywhere. So now that I did that, I'm going to go in with the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH39. take Ritual again, but in the matte. So we're going here. Tap off my excess again and go under the eye. Again, not trying to be too extra bold with this look today because really I'm only sitting at home. I'm going to film another video today, but not doing like a whole lot today. So I don't want to be like extra about it. Oh, I got real extra on this side now. So if I ever see where I come down just a little bit too far, I'll go in with my Real Technique sponge. Take just a little bit of that out. So then I'm going to go in with my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill, and this is a JH51, and I'm going to go into the sequin shade of Aura, which you can see these are the shades I use all the time. But since it's so light, I'm just going to take this one, tap off some of the excess, go over my lid, just like so, just going to give me a little bit of a base. This is not exactly the brush I'm looking for, but this one will work. My Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH52. And I'm going to go into Soothe again, but in the metallic. Tap off a little bit of excess and put it in my corner. Okay, then I'm going to take one of my lovely Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, the shade Lightning Bug. And the good thing about these Super Shock shadows is you can literally put it on your finger. And then, using my all-time favorite mirror, just put it all over your lid. Yes, I like how she pops. That's so beautiful. Now I'm going to go in with one of my favorite eyeliners. And I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Eye Pencil in the shade 0. Literally just gonna do the bottom lash line. Just the bottom, nothing crazy. I don't want like a full on my eyes today. I'm not really feeling that look today. Then I'm gonna go in with Jaclyn brush J030. Which I do use this one for highlight like all the time. That's what I'm using right now. And I'm going to go into my highlight palette in the shade Major Look right here. Get a little bit on my brush, tap off just a little, and go right under my brow. So it gives a little pop of a highlight. Just a little. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara, and I use Maybelline Lash Stiletto, which I feel like is kind of like a holy grail for a lot of people, and I'm using Very Black, and I'm also going to use Maybelline The Falsies, and that one is also in Very Black, so I'm going to also speed this up a little bit too. Pop onto mascara. Alright, so now that I have mascara on, I never use false lashes unless I'm getting family pictures done. And that's because I am not good at putting lashes on. And I always get my friend Taryn to do them. She always does my lashes for me. But you know, Taryn don't live here, so we're just gonna pop on 2 different kinds of mascara, and that's gonna be that. So now, since I have all of that done, I go ahead and I use, to set my face, Urban Decay All Nighter in Ultra Matte, because like I said, I really like a matte face, and I want my face to stay pretty matte all day. So I spray that on, and then I go with my Jaclyn Hill Megawatt by Jaclyn Cosmetics. A little bit of that in the top here. I'm going to take my Jaclyn 02 brush, put that on there, and do a highlight. Boom. Bomb. Bomb, bomb. Bomb. That highlight, I live for this highlight. And I always put a highlight on after a setting spray, just so it kind of sticks to your face. I don't remember where I learned that from. I'm pretty sure a guy in the grocery store told me that, and ever since he said it, I just do it, and literally my highlight stays on. So, since I have concealer here, I just take a wet Q-tip and just rub that off. And then, because I'm just doing an everyday type look, I'm not going to like go crazy with my lip. So I'm going to go ahead, grab my Laneige lip sleeping mask, which is my absolute favorite. When I was pregnant, I saw a lot of people bought this and they love this. So I was like, well, I'll try it. And it comes with this little, so I'll just take a little bit, put it on. It gives you like a nice little gloss and hydration all day. So I love this. So with that being said, this is the look I came up with today. And I'm just going to so that's the look I came up with today for my everyday. I do change up my ColourPop Super Shock shadows a little bit whenever I'm doing makeup, just kind of depending on what I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing black, so I was like, all right, just neutral, go there. I believe it looks really good. So that is my look for the day. I hope you guys have fun sticking around, getting ready with me today. Hope you guys have a good day. Everything that I use today will be linked below. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some comments. I love hearing from you guys. Subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you next video. Bye. I did get to wash my hair today, so clean hair, yes, here we go.